Alright, if you're a developer, listen up, because the ground is shifting right under our feet. By 2026, having an AI toolkit isn't just a cool little bonus anymore, it's absolutely essential. In this explainer, we're going to break down how the best developers are using AI to write code way faster, debug smarter, and ship entire projects in days, not weeks. I mean, just look at this timeline. It's pretty wild to think that just a couple of years ago, in 2023, AI was this thing that lived in a separate chat window. Then, in 2024, it crept into our editors. And now, 2026, AI isn't just part of the workflow, it is the workflow. The speed of this change has been just incredible. And that really brings us to the whole point of this. This isn't about hype anymore, It's not about chasing the shiny new thing. Being good with these tools is quickly becoming the new baseline for what it means to be a professional developer. So this whole explainer is designed to get you ahead of that curve. So, where do we start? Let's begin with the inner loop. Think of these as the tools that are right there with you, in your editor, helping you with that moment-to-moment process of thinking, writing, and, refactoring your code. First up, you need an AI brain, and here's the key for 2026. You don't just use one. Think of ChatGPT as your go-to for quick logic problems, brainstorming some architecture, or just getting a fast explanation. But when you're staring down a massive code base or you're about to do a really complex refactor, that's when you bring in the specialist, Claude 4.5. It's just so much better at handling those huge long contexts. And of course, we can't forget Gemini from Google. It's another powerhouse option, especially if you're already living in the Google ecosystem. And here's a little pro tip for you. All of these have free versions, with daily limits, so if you hit a wall on one, don't sweat it, just hop over to another one. The best developers out there are fluent in all three. Okay, so now let's take that AI power and bring it directly into our code with what are called AI Integrated Development Environments, or AIDs. The one that's really leading the pack is Cursor. They basically took VS Code, which we all know and love, and rebuilt it from the ground up with AI at its very core. So this means you're getting way more than just simple auto-completions. You're getting a tool that actually understands your entire project. And this quote just nails the feeling perfectly. When you're using something like Cursor or GitHub Copilot, you're not just mindlessly writing boilerplate code anymore. You just describe what you want to do, your intent, and the AI handles the nitty-gritty implementation. It's a really profound change to how we work every single day. Alright, you've got your Copilot ready to go. Now let's talk about pure, unadulterated speed. We're moving into the acceleration loop. These are the tools that are just absolutely demolishing the time it takes to go from a simple idea to a real working prototype. And man, this category is just exploding. Replit has grown into this incredible full-stack AI environment. And then you've got tools like Lovable and Bolt, which are basically designed to just generate a whole starter code base for you in a specific stack. They're amazing for a hackathon or for getting an MVP out the door, but, you're probably not going to use them for your mature production-level code base. And let's talk about one of the biggest time sinks we've always had, the user interface. Well, not anymore. With these AI UI generators, you can literally just describe a layout, or a component, or even an entire page, and it just spits out working code in seconds. That whole front-end bottleneck, it's officially broken. But this brings us to a really, really key insight. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs. You don't just take whatever the AI gives you and ship it. No way. The best developers, they use these tools to get, say, 70 or 80% of the way there, and then they bring in their human expertise to refine, to customize, and to perfect that final product. Okay, writing code fast is one thing, but shipping high-quality, reliable code that doesn't break, that's what actually matters. And that's where the outer loop comes in. Trust me, AI is completely transforming this part of the process. Let me ask you this, be honest. What's the one thing that just eats up most of your hours every week? For most of us, it's chasing down bugs and getting stuck in endless pull request reviews. Well, this is where AI code review is a total game changer. Think of tools like CodeRabbit or BugBot as your automated quality gate. They scan every single pull request, they flag potential issues, they suggest improvements, they even generate tests, all before a human being ever has to lay eyes on it. It saves an unbelievable amount of time. And what happens when bugs do slip through into production? We've all been there, right? Staring at some cryptic stack trace at 2 a.m., well, those days are pretty much over. AI can now take that jumbled mess of an error message and just translate it into plain English, telling you what went wrong and usually suggesting the exact fix. I mean, take a look at the modern debugging workflow with a tool like Jam. A user reports a bug, right, but you don't just get some vague ticket. Jam automatically captures everything, a video replay of what the user did, all the console logs, the network requests. Then the AI analyzes all of it and just suggests a fix. That frustrating back and forth, it's just gone. And finally, let's talk about testing. It's that part of the process that a lot of us tend to skip. Well, AI completely fixes this. It can automatically generate your unit tests, it can come up with weird edge cases you never would have thought of, and it can catch breaking changes before you ship them. There are really no more excuses. Okay, so having all the right tools is only half the battle. Now we need to talk about the how. This part is all about the winning mindset, the habits that separate the truly effective AI-powered developers from everybody else. So I'm going to give you 3 simple, super actionable habits that I promise will completely change the quality of the output you get from any of these AI tools. Okay, first, plan before you execute. Don't just tell the AI, build me this feature. Ask it to outline a step-by-step plan first. Second, teach the AI about your project. Give it context files, like your project's README or architecture docs, so it knows your coding standards and can stay consistent. And finally, number 3, force the AI to ask you questions. This turns a simple prompt into a real pair programming session and helps you avoid so many of those half-baked solutions. So here's the thought I really want to leave you with. The developers who are winning in this new era, they're not necessarily the smartest ones, not in the traditional sense. They're the fastest learners, and they are the best users of their tools. The key to success is no longer just what you know, it's how effectively you can leverage AI to apply